Hey family, what's going on? Klaus here, and thank you guys so much for tuning back in to these Town 12 sneak peeks, and this is sneak peek number 3. Previous 2 sneak peeks, we saw Town 12 for the very first time, and we investigated how the Giga Tesla, the defense stuck inside the town hall, how it works and why and all that. So that was fun, but now today we're going to be talking about the balancing that's going to be put into play during this Town Hall 12 update. Basically, how is the game going to change for the existing stuff in the game? There's a bunch of changes, great changes coming to the game economically. There's a lot of changes coming to the game as far as the troops and the spells and the defenses go. And I think the biggest thing is that engineering is being killed. Engineering is no more, but we'll talk about that here in a moment. First thing I want to talk about is the economy changes, the balancing and the economy changes that are coming in this update. So while we cover this, be sure and enjoy those war replays, guys. Hanging out over there on my right, your left. Some of the war attacks between my clan, Knights of Zion, and War Win Repeat, which is funny because we actually barely won that by 1 star. GG to them. Anyway, so economy changes, guys. This is big. One of the things that I've heard so many complaints about is the wall rings. They're too expensive, right? So wall rings are going to go half price. They're going to go from 200 gems per wall ring to 100 gems per wall ring, and for every million loot that these walls are required to upgrade, so like for instance a level 9 wall, Town Hall 9 level 9 wall requires 1 million gold to upgrade. Now it'll only take 1 wall ring to upgrade that wall. I don't know what the math was like before, but it's super simple now. For every million that a wall is going to require to upgrade, you only need 1 wall ring per million. So for instance, my Town Hall 11, I'm maxing walls, it's 4 million loot per wall. So it'll take 4 wall rings, which is kind of nice. So that makes it easy, and they're now half price from what they were. That'll definitely come in handy. We're going to see a lot more wall rings being utilized in the future. Also, the trader is going to be carrying more wall rings in the offerings, which would be fun too. Another economy change is that resources, the storage is going to be increased. Town Hall 12 is getting a new level for the gold storage and the elixir storage, and the total storage will then be 12 million gold and elixir, which I think is good. I mean, the more the merrier, right? The more we can hold, the better, right? Even if you're not a Town Hall 12, like me right now, you're still going to be able to hit Town Hall 12s with these bigger storages with more loot, which is always a good thing. Also, the Dark Elixir storage is getting an upgrade to Town Hall 12s, who will be able to hold 240,000 Dark Elixir. I don't know about you, but I'd love to steal some of that from some Town Hall 12s. After that, guys, actually, we talked about walls and the wall rings a minute ago. Now, walls are getting significantly decreased in their price. So if you are a new player, this is great. You're going to be able to grind your wall farming super easy. If you've already done it, well, it's going to be easier for other people to catch you. I'm sorry, I'm in the same boat. My 1011's nearly maxed out. But let me just go through these with you for a second. I mean, wall level 1 through 4, there's really no change in the price. They're already cheap. But level 5 walls are getting a 5,000 gold price reduction. Level 6 walls are getting a 25,000 gold price reduction. Level 7, 100,000 gold price reduction. And level 8, from 500,000 gold to 250,000. So that means that the price of the walls at level 8 are half price. And now you can't confirm. I think level 7 walls are half price as well. I think half price for a lot of those. And then after level 8, you can use gold or elixir. So level 9 walls are going from 1 million gold or elixir to 500,000. Hey, that'll help you guys with the wall grind at Town Hall 9. I know how much trouble, how much of a struggle that grind is. I've done it many times. Also, level 10 walls at Town Hall 9 are going from 2 million apiece to 1 million. So again, half price walls. Absolutely amazing, guys. And you can use 1 wall ring to upgrade those. So like if the trader offers 5 wall rings, you can do that. You can get that and upgrade 5 walls at Town Hall 9 max walls. That is amazing. And then at Town Hall 10, the level 11 walls are also getting a 1 million gold or elixir decrease in price, which is great. And then at Town Hall 11, the level 12 walls, the ones I'm personally farming right now, are not getting any kind of change. Really, Supercell? Really? Anyway, so yeah, the level 12 walls are staying the same, but everything else is getting a significant price decrease, which is really great because, again, that wall grind is one of the hardest things to do in the game. So Supercell is definitely listening to their audience and trying to make it a little bit more reasonable. After this, guys, and I'm not going to read through the details of this, but basically every town hall level is getting an increase in their treasury storage. It's best to keep your loot in your treasury if you can, and having more storage in that treasury is nice because then you don't have to empty it near as often. So that's good. Thank you, Supercell, for that. After that, we have probably the most important economy change in the update, and that is the star bonus. The star bonus is every 24 hours you can farm 5 stars at a multiplayer, and then you get a special loot bonus for that. And so it's being significantly increased, significantly improved across the board. And so, for instance, let me give you some estimates, some numbers here. So if you're, let's say in gold 3, you get 260,000 gold and elixir and 200 dark elixir. That is a lot of loot for somebody that's chilling in Gold League. That could be a Tunnel 6 or a Tunnel 7 hanging out in Gold League, and that's a lot of loot for them. Also, if you keep moving down, let's say the beginning of Champion League 3, it's double. It's like triple. It's like 620,000 gold or elixir in Champion League 3 for that star bonus, 2,700 dark elixir. But moving on to the Big Daddy, Legend League, you're looking at 900,000 gold or elixir and 4,500 dark elixir for the star bonus. That is insane, guys. Supercell is really trying to encourage us as players to move up to the higher leagues. I think it'll help with the clouds issue, and obviously higher star bonus, higher loot bonus, total destruction loot bonus every time you attack. I mean, all of that is a great thing. So I recommend all of you, before the update drops, start climbing the trophies. Start trying to get into, Master League, Champion League, Titan League, Legend League if you can, because this is going to make it, I think, worth it. And the final economy change, guys, is going to be for war loots. That's right, guys. For those of you that love war, this is going to be a good thing. The amount of loot earned from clan wars has been increased. So the numbers don't make a lot of sense to me, but they're using numbers in reference to the amount of loot that you see in the storage whenever you're looking at a base that you're scouting in prep day. So, or in I think it's in battle day. But so, for instance, winning a clan war increased from 600% to 700%. So that 600% is the loot you would have got. 700% is the loot that you're now gonna get, which means that it is a significant change in the loot that you're going to be gaining if you win the war. If you draw, there's an increase of percent wins from 240 to 350%, so that's huge too. And then even if you lose, you were getting 180%, now you're getting 300%. So warring gives more loot now than ever before. Obviously, the Supercell staff, the developers, everybody is trying to encourage us to war more often, and I completely agree with them. I think that'd be great. So war more, go up in the trophies, and spend less on walls. How much better can this update get? Well, like I said, they're killing engineering, but we'll talk about that here in just a moment. Next, we have some spells, some balancing for the spells. So the 3 most underutilized spells are the lightning spell, freeze spell, and clone spell. And all of those are going to get some sort of buff. Lightning spell is getting more damage done per attack. Like previous damage for like a level 7 lightning spell was 95. It is now going up to 160. So that's pretty significant. I think that's for each lightning strike, which I think is I'm not sure how many lightning strikes, 5 or something like that. And then after that, the free spell is being buffed as well, because at first the free spell was worth 2 spell capacity. Now it's going to be worth 1, so half the spell capacity, which is crazy. I don't think any elixir spell is worth only 1. It's always dark elixir spells that are worth 1, like the poison spell is worth 1 capacity. Now the free spell will be 2. Training time, donation cost, all those are going to be reduced by 50%, and the duration of the free spell will also be reduced a bit. So that's really cool though, because it's making the free spell smaller and easier to use in these clutch situations. And then lastly, for spells is the clone spell. It's being reduced from 4 housing space to 3, so that will help a little bit. And then the training time, donation, the amount of housing space that it can duplicate, all being decreased by a little bit as well. So it's getting smaller, and it's being easier to use yet again. Definitely a buff for those 3. So I'm hoping to start seeing a little bit more of each of those in multiplayer. So defenses are also getting a rebalance. So we'll just quickly blow through this. The first thing is Archer Towers at levels 12, 13, and 14 are getting a slight damage decrease. Just a little bit of a nerf for those. Not sure why, but that's what's happening. Inferno Towers are getting a buff at levels 4 and 5. And then Bomb Towers are getting a damage increase, a buff, at levels 5 and 6. And then the Eagle Artillery is no longer going to do 3 times damage to golems, which is kind of a nerf. Kind of odd, but the Town Hall 11 war scene has been dominated by Queen Walks lately. So and that's because the golems get roasted by eagles, but now that won't happen. So it's probably going to bring back some meta, which is really, really nice. And then the biggest thing, the thing I'm most excited about in this update, guys, besides the fact that we have new content now as a content creator, this is really, really fun, is the engineering killing thing that's happening. And that, let me read it. Let me just read it to you. All available buildings must be placed before you are able to upgrade to the next Town Hall level. What that means is that engineering is being killed. No longer are we going to see Town Hall 11s with one cannon. No longer are we going to see that. That is done. Basically, Supercell is taking the main village in the way of the builder base, where you have to have every building to move on, and they're doing that to this base, which is great. So if you want to, it's a good thing. I'm really excited about that. Engineering is being killed. I know that's a big change. I know a lot of people in the fair play community is excited about that. But if you hate it, let me know down in the comments your opinions on that change. Next is some balancing for troops. Some of these are fantastic changes, guys. I'm super excited about some, and some I'm sad about. The first one is something I'm sad about. The healers are getting nerfed. At level 4 and level 5, the healing is being reduced significantly, guys. So Green Walks might get a lot weaker. Witch Slap might get a lot weaker. I'm not sure. It probably will, but we'll just have to see. I'm sad about that, but honestly, let's be honest. Queen Walks are dominating the game. So it's good to see some changes, some things that are overutilized being nerfed, some things that are being underutilized being buffed. It's good. Next is the miners, something that's currently underutilized, and it is being buffed, guys. The movement speed is being increased by almost double, and the surface and submerge time has been reduced by half. So miners are about to get a major buff, and I'm so excited to see how people figure out how to use them. I love miners personally, so I'm stoked on that. Also, the giants at level 7 and 8 are getting an MP increase in their HP. Bowlers, this is another bad one, guys, but it's a good thing, I promise. The bowlers are getting a DPS decrease, a slight DPS decrease at all levels. So, is that terrible? I don't know. I like my bowlers, but it's also dominating, so we'll see. P.E.K.K.A is getting a level 5 and level 6 HP increase, and they're getting cheaper elixir-wise across the board. That's a good thing. Also, the dragons at level 5 and 6 are getting an HP increase, and their price across the board is being decreased by like half. It's crazy. And then the witches overall are getting a buff as well. Not sure about the witch buff. I kind of feel like they're already pretty dang strong, but apparently they're getting a even better buff. HP increase, DPS increase, number of skeletons being increased for levels 1 and 3. It's crazy, guys. So confusing yet understandable troop balances. I'm hoping it's, you know, I hope it doesn't get too crazy out there. And then lastly, a few things for builder base. Builder Hall 8's gaining 4 more segments of walls, and the Super P.E.K.K.A's death damage is being decreased across all levels. But this isn't a builder base update, but that's just some stuff they threw in there. So guys, that is gonna do it for us in today's balance update video. Crazy amazing stuff for the economy, crazy weird stuff for some of the balances of the troops and the buildings and things. I mean, lots coming. I'm gonna have to read through this whole document several times. You guys might need to watch the video several times to catch it all. This Town Hall 12 update is massive. It's probably the biggest update that I've ever experienced, and I started playing the game before Town Hall 11 was released. It's bigger than the 11 update for sure, because everyone's going to benefit. These economy updates are adjustments like the star bonus stuff. That's helping everybody. That's not just content for the Town Hall 12s. You know what I mean? So yeah, all good things, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. Like this video if you liked it, and hit that subscribe button if you have not done so already for daily gaming videos. And also be sure and subscribe for continued information on the updates that are coming, Town Hall 12 updates, as the information is passed on to me, as I'm allowed to tell you. This is the channel for update info. So be sure and subscribe. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I love each and every one of you, and I will see you all again next time.